Hello, and a very warm welcome to everyone tuning in today. You are listening to Speak English Without Fear, the podcast where we don't just learn grammar rules, we learn how to find our voices. I'm your host, David.
And I'm Sarah. It is so wonderful to be here with you all. Today's episode is special. It is close to my heart because we aren't just talking about vocabulary lists or verb tenses. We are talking about something much deeper. We are talking about fear.
That is right, Sarah. Fear. It is that invisible wall that stands between you and your dreams. You know the feeling, right? You have this sentence in your head. It's perfect. You know exactly what you want to say. But when you open your mouth, nothing comes out. Or you stutter. Or you worry that your accent is too strong.
Oh, David, I know that feeling so well. Even though I am comfortable now, I remember learning a second language myself. It's that physical reaction. Your palms get sweaty, your heart starts racing, and your mind just goes blank. It is not a lack of knowledge. It is an excess of anxiety.
Exactly. And that is why today we are going to solve this problem together. We are going to break down why this happens, why English is so crucial for your future, and we will give you actionable steps to break through that fear. We have some beautiful quotes to share, some real-life examples, and honest conversation.
So please, get comfortable. Whether you are driving, cooking, or just sitting in your room, take a deep breath. Let's start this journey. David, I want to ask you something. Why do you think English learners feel this intense fear? Is it just about making mistakes?
That is a great question, Sarah. I think it is deeper than just making a grammar mistake. I think it is the fear of judgment. We are intelligent adults in our native language. We can crack jokes, we can debate politics, we can express deep emotions. But when we switch to English, suddenly we feel like children. We feel like we have lost our intelligence.
That is such a powerful observation. You are right. It is a loss of identity. You feel like you cannot show your true personality. But I want to remind our listeners of something very important. Making mistakes is not a sign of weakness. It is proof that you are trying. You know, there's a quote by the famous physicist Albert Einstein. He said, "Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new."
I love that quote. It really puts things into perspective. If you are making mistakes, it means you are growing. It means you are stepping out of your comfort zone. But Sarah, let's talk about the motivation first. Why push through this pain? Why is English so important that we should face this fear?
Well, David, the world has changed. We are more connected than ever before. English isn't just a subject in school anymore. It is a bridge. It is the key that unlocks the door to the rest of the world. Think about it. Most of the internet, the vast majority of scientific papers, the biggest movies, the global business meetings, they all happen in English.
It is true. And it's not just about economics or getting a better job, although that is a huge benefit. It's about connection. There's a beautiful quote by Nelson Mandela that I always keep on my desk. He said, "If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart."
That goes to his heart. That is beautiful, David. It gives me goosebumps.
Me too. When you speak English, you aren't just processing data. You are connecting with people from Japan, from Brazil, from Germany, from everywhere. You are joining a global conversation. If you let fear stop you, you are missing out on meeting incredible people and hearing their stories.
So the why is clear. We want connection, we want opportunity, and we want growth. Now let's talk about the how. Let's get into the problem-solving part of this episode. David, imagine I am a beginner. I am terrified to speak. What is the first step I should take?
The first step is to change your definition of success. Most beginners think success means perfect grammar or no accent. That is a trap. That is a perfectionist trap. Success is actually communication. Did the other person understand you? Yes? Then you succeeded.
I agree. We need to lower the stakes. You don't need to sound like a news anchor on the BBC or CNN. You just need to be understood. One technique I always recommend is the shadowing technique. Have you used that, David?
Oh, absolutely. Shadowing is fantastic. For those listening who don't know, shadowing is when you listen to a piece of English audio, maybe a podcast like this one, and you repeat exactly what you hear, almost at the same time as the speaker. You mimic the speed, the emotion, and the pause. You don't worry about the meaning as much as the music of the language.
Yes, it helps your mouth muscles get used to the shapes of English sounds. It is like going to the gym for your tongue. And the best part? You can do it alone. You don't need a partner. You can do it in your room with the door locked where no one can judge you.
That is a key point, where no one can judge you. A lot of the fear comes from an audience, so practice without an audience first. Record yourself on your phone, send voice notes to yourself. Get comfortable hearing your own voice in English. It sounds strange at first, doesn't it?
It does. I hated listening to my own voice recordings. I used to cringe. But after a week, you get used to it. And then you start to notice things. You go, oh, I forgot the S on that word, or I spoke too fast there. You become your own teacher.
Let's do a little role play here, Sarah. I want to demonstrate the difference between a fearful mindset and a confident mindset. Let's pretend we are at a coffee shop. I will be the barista, and you are the customer. First, let's do the fearful version.
Okay, I am ready. I am going to act very nervous. I am worried about my grammar.
Hi there. What can I get started for you today?
Hello? I want, coffee? No, sorry. A latte sorry, never mind. Just water.
Okay, cut. Wow, Sarah. That was painful to listen to. I could feel your anxiety. You gave up.
I did. I got stuck on the grammar of I would like versus I want, and I panicked. I felt like I was wasting your time, so I just ordered water because it was easier.
And that is what happens in real life. We shrink. We make ourselves small because we are scared. Now, let's try it again. But this time, I want you to have the confident mindset. Not perfect grammar, just confident communication.
Okay, deep breath. I am focusing on the message, not the perfection. Let's go.
Hi there. What can I get started for you today?
Hi, can I have one latte, please? Large size. And can you put extra milk?
Sure thing. Coming right up.
Thank you.
See? That was completely different. Was the grammar perfect? Maybe, maybe not. But did you get your coffee? Yes. Did you survive? Yes.
And I felt better. I used simple words. Large size, extra milk. I didn't try to use fancy Shakespearean English. I just used the tools I had.
That brings up another great tip. Keep it simple. Don't try to translate your native language idioms directly into English. It gets too complicated. Use short sentences. Subject, verb, object. I go to the store. I need a ticket. Simplicity is not stupidity. Simplicity is clarity.
I love that. Simplicity is clarity. You know, David, there is another aspect of fear we need to address. The fear of people laughing at us. This is a big one for our listeners. They are afraid that if they say the wrong word, people will mock them.
That is a very real fear. But let me ask you this, Sarah. If you meet someone who is learning your native language and they make a mistake, do you laugh at them? Do you think they are stupid?
Never. I actually feel a lot of respect for them. I think, wow, look at them trying so hard. I want to help them. I usually smile, not because I am mocking them, but because I am encouraging them.
Exactly. And that is how 99% of the world looks at you when you speak English. They're not judging you, they are rooting for you. The people who laugh, they're usually people who speak only one language. Their opinion doesn't matter. There's a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent."
Without your consent. That is powerful. You have to refuse to accept the shame. If you make a mistake, laugh at yourself. If you say chicken instead of kitchen, just laugh. It's funny. If you take yourself too seriously, the fear grows. If you bring humor into it, the fear shrinks.
Humor is a great weapon against anxiety. I remember once I was trying to speak Spanish, and I told someone I was pregnant instead of embarrassed because the words sound similar. It was a room full of people.
Oh no, that is a classic mistake. What did you do?
My face turned red. But then I just started laughing, and everyone else laughed with me, not at me. It actually broke the ice. We all became friendlier after that. My mistake created a connection.
That is such a great story. It proves that vulnerability can be a strength. Listeners, please hear this. Your story, your ideas, and your feelings are more important than your grammar. We want to hear you. We don't want to hear a textbook. We want to hear your soul.
Let's talk about consistency, Sarah, because motivation is great, like a spark, but habit is the fire that keeps burning. How can our listeners build a habit that reduces fear over time?
You need to build what I call micro habits. Don't say, I will study for 2 hours a day. That is too much pressure. Say, I will speak English for 2 minutes today.
2 minutes. Anyone can do 2 minutes.
Exactly. Find a speaking partner if you can, but if you can't, use technology. There are apps where you can talk to AI or narrate your life. As you are washing dishes, say out loud, now I am washing the plate. The water is warm. I need more soap. It sounds silly, but it connects your brain to your mouth.
I do that. I narrate my driving. The light is red. That car is driving too fast. It helps you think in English. And thinking in English is the ultimate goal. When you stop translating in your head and start thinking directly in the language, the fear disappears because there is no lag time.
David, I want to touch on something emotional again. Many of our listeners might feel like they are too old to learn or that they missed their chance. They feel like because they didn't learn as a child, they will never be fluent.
Oh, that is a myth, a total myth. The brain is plastic. It can change and adapt at any age. In fact, adults have an advantage. We have discipline. We have life experience to attach the words to. There's a Chinese proverb that says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
I love that. It is never too late. Your journey starts today. You know, learning a language is also a journey of self-discovery. You find new parts of your personality. In English, I feel more direct. In my native language, I am more poetic. It is like having 2 different superpowers.
That is a great way to put it. 2 superpowers. So let's recap what we have discussed today, because we have covered a lot of ground.
Yes, let's summarize. First, we acknowledge that fear is normal. It is a biological reaction, but it doesn't have to control you.
Second, we talked about the why, connection, talking to the heart, not just the head, accessing the global world.
Third, we gave some practical tips. Shadowing, mimicking audio, narrating your life, talking about what you are doing, and the most important one, changing your mindset from perfection to communication.
And we talked about laughing at your mistakes, embracing the awkward moments.
David, before we close, I want to share one last thought. To everyone listening, I want you to imagine yourself 1 year from now. Imagine yourself sitting in a cafe or in a meeting, speaking fluent, confident English. Imagine how proud you will feel.
Hold on to that image. Visualization is powerful. If you can see it, you can achieve it. But you have to take the first step. You have to open your mouth.
So here is our challenge to you for this week. It is a homework assignment, but a fun one. We want you to record a 60-second video or audio of yourself, introducing who you are and one thing you love.
Just 60 seconds. You don't have to post it on social media if you don't want to. Just keep it for yourself. But do it. Speak. Listen to it. And be kind to yourself when you listen.
And remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every fluent speaker you admire once stood exactly where you are standing now. They stuttered. They forgot words. They felt foolish. But they kept going.
We believe in you, truly. You have the capacity to do this. English is difficult, yes, but it is not impossible. It is just a series of small steps taken consistently.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We know your time is valuable, and we are honored that you chose to spend it working on your future with us.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who is also learning. Let's build a community of fearless learners.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep making mistakes, and keep speaking.
Goodbye, everyone. Speak without fear.
Goodbye. See you in the next episode.